Namaste. Thank you for joining a spiritual journey through quarantine. My name is Tara Sasson. After high school, I took a gap year and visited incredible India, where I explored the culture and the spiritual practices of the place. Since then, I've been back twice, and I've done different meditation, Reiki, Kirtan courses, and most recently, I did a traditional Hatha teacher's training yoga course. I'm also the chairperson of a spirituality, philosophy and yoga society, and I'm in my final year studying industrial psychology. So yeah, I'm just all about personal growth and development. Day 4, yoga. This is not going to be a yoga demonstration video because I feel like there's so many of those out there. But today I'm going to speak about what the true essence and meaning of yoga is. Many people have the misconception that yoga is only asana or physical activity or exercise, but yoga is far more than that, and we're going to look at 4 different definitions of that. So the first one, that it is scientific. So if something is scientific, it has a hypothesis, an experiment, and a conclusion. So if we take this into the yoga, that means, let's say for our hypothesis, we say yoga helps to control the mind. Then our method is going to be to perform yoga, and then the conclusion is going to be what we draw from that process, if it actually helped us to control the mind or not. So it's actually a very scientific thing, and you can implement it in your life and then see if it works for you. Cool. So the second one is, it comes from the origin of the word yoga, which is yug from the Sanskrit language. So yug means to connect. Now you might ask, what on earth do you want to connect to? But in actuality, we connect to everything around us all the time. So yoga, basically, there's many different things we can connect to. So we can connect, our mind to our body, or our body to our yoga practice, or we can connect both our mind and our body to our soul. But even higher than that, we can connect our soul to the Supersoul, or the divine, or the cause of all causes. And that's the highest linkage in yoga, and that's ultimately what yoga is there to do for us. Cool. So the third definition is by Patanjali. So Patanjali actually wrote the Yoga Sutras, which is the oldest yoga text out there. So in there he writes the following: YOGAH CITTAH VRITTI NIRODAH. So that means to regulate the abnormalities of the mind. So that is his definition of yoga, to regulate the abnormalities of the mind. So you might think about it and ask yourself, what does this mean, the abnormalities of the mind? I'm not abnormal. I study industrial psychology, and one of my modules is abnormal psychology. So there it actually says that only a small percentage of people have abnormalities. But here Patanjali is saying that every single mind is abnormal. So how can this be? So if you read a little bit deeper into his Yoga Sutras, then you'll find out that anger, lust, greed, envy, hatred, all these different things are actually abnormalities of the mind. But even other things, such as like over elevation of happiness, even stuff like that is an abnormality of the mind, because the mind is meant to be equipoised and balanced. So this actually broadens our definition of what we really are, as a true spiritual being, a true soul. But yeah, that's for a different video. Cool. So our final definition that we'll look at today is a spiritual one from the Vedanta. So Veda means knowledge, and Anta means conclusive. So basically Vedanta means conclusive knowledge, or spiritual conclusive knowledge. It basically speaks about the truths of all truths out there, the real essence of everything. So here it refers to the law of causation, or basically the law of karma, if you're familiar with that. So it's basically saying that each action has a reaction, and basically that reaction will cause another one of your actions. But there's still an aspect of will in there, but we won't get into that today. So yeah, basically the Vedanta definition of yoga is that it helps us to break this karmic cycle, or to break this causation. So basically, we don't want good karma or bad karma, because karma binds us to this present body, or this present existence of life. And the only thing that's really going to free us is if we cut this karmic knot and we can transcend where we are at now and, you know, connect to our real essence as the soul. So anyway, thank you so much for watching today's video. Please like it, share it with people that you love, people who are struggling in this desperate time of need. A lot of people just need a little love and light out there. Namaste, Hare Krishna.